Okay, hey guys, today we're actually planting in our aquaponic system. Uh, Most of our vegetables became old, so we've been having skuma wiki. There's actually kales for probably 2 years now. So we've decided to change, and we are going to leave our strawberries here. But this is where we're going to have our new vegetable garden. So we're going to plant so many vegetables in this system, in this part of the system. So this is my colleague Nicodemus. So without further ado, let's start work. So I won't be talking too much, so you guys just watch me do my work. Okay? Alright, let's go. Oh, just if you can come closer. We decided to introduce a few tilapias. We realized from our other pond that we have tilapias that are almost dead. So if you can zoom in, you can see some tilapia here. Yeah, you can plant anywhere. You can spread it over. So so what you do is just so what we're going to do is just planting a few vegetables on our grow bed. These are seedlings. We have onions, spring onions, and the bulb onions here. And we also have, this is spinach. So what we do, this is actually soil free. This is pumice or pumice, whatever you call it. This is how we plant it. What we do is just do this, and easy does it. So actually what we're doing is just intercropping. We're intercropping spinach and onions. It's very simple. This is soil free. Or you want this line to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want this line to be onions.
Okay.
That line to be spinach.
All right.
We're gonna do it line by line.
Oh. You know what? I've been doing it so randomly. That's why we have all this bush around here. So that's why I'm not so very good at planting consistently the way he's doing it. So we have our spinach. We're doing spinach and onions. So this other side we decided to leave it for strawberries. You can see you guys keep on eating our strawberries. Hi. Watu wanakula strawberries zetu sana. They're actually growing we actually have it after every week. Oh yeah, we can see some strawberry here. So these guys come during their break, they actually steal my strawberries.
Easy does it. Easy does
Yeah,
it.
easy does it. So those are the bulbous kind of onions. These ones have bulbous, you can see. So these are they will grow under. So just press them up a little bit. Press them up. Because they'll actually grow under. Look at the ones like this and then. This is Nick Waiganjo.
Yes. It's coming out perfectly. As you can see, we're doing it line by line.
you have a question, you can ask. Any of our viewers, if you have any question, you can always ask. We'll always answer your question. And remember, these plants are not competing for any kind of. They're not competing for nutrients, so we can plant randomly the way we want. So at the end of the day, when we want to, like, we can spread. You see what I've done here? They're not competing for. The only thing they compete for is sunlight. That's why you can see the vegetables growing. They're going up because of sunlight. So whatever we are planting right now is enough to feed, like, I think 3 or 4 families in one space. This kind of a space.
So what's this called?
This is called an aquaponic system.
Aquaponic.
Aquaponic is actually an integrated agricultural system where we have tanks where we put our fish. If you can move closely, you can be able to see some fish in here. We're having catfish. And today I've just introduced a few tilapias inside here so that we can be able to have an integrated system. So the water from these tanks are actually channeled using these pipes. If you can get the view. From these pipes, they actually move all the way to the other side. And then they use gravity to slow down. So the more they flow, you see what happens? Can you see the bubbles right here?
Bubbles.
Yeah. You can see the bubble. This is what oxygenates or gives air to the fish. This is what gives air to the fish. So that's why we have the system. So actually an integrated system, both of them with each other. So if you can, this is what oxygenates the water. You see that bubbling? So you did your science, right? Science, yes. The atmosphere contains how many percent oxygen?
21.5.
21.5, yeah. And nitrogen?
78.
So what happens for every bubble, we have that percentage. So you can do, like, if you have like 1 liter of water, then it bubbles. And how much is it? So you can do your math. Okay. But that's really hard. That's hard for you, huh? So, sorry. Yeah, so that's what happens. We actually are trying to dissolve oxygen by creating that bubbling effect. Instead of having an aerator inside here, so we just choose a normal way using gravity. Yeah, we've been working on this, so that's why I'm a bit tired today.
So when the fish grow, how do you check them, or you just fish them from here?
Now we just, what we do, you see that there's an exit there. There's an exit point on that, if you can show that.
So there's like a pipe here.
Yeah, that's why we just turn that on, we flow out the water. I can show you real quick. This is what we do. That's what we do. Just flow out the water.
How do you make sure the fish don't come out?
Don't come out, these are big fish.
The filters inside.
Not really filters.
A fish can't pass through.
They can't pass.
Oh, okay.
So we are assuming that when we can put one strawberry problem. So we are assuming that once they're big enough, then from there we can just feed them out and use a net to pick the big ones. I wanted to cook one of them. We have a very big fish here.
Yeah.
One big one is actually ready.
Because what's the purpose of this one?
No, the plants are supposed to absorb the waste that are left. So the waste, like, for example, all my cup. Have you not seen a place where our labor more reasons why ammonia actually being broken down to nitrates and nitrites, they are absorbed by the plant. That's why our plants actually do that. You can do this project any time of the year, as long as you have your water.
There's no water.
Yeah, we don't waste any water, just circulate. Yeah, we actually in one of the hottest seasons in Kenya right now. It's very hot right now. That's why our water has actually been it's actually in the low levels like this. We're actually facing evaporation rate at maximum. But this is the lowest it can go. So if you guys can see, we have wheat here. I don't know how this wheat actually grew, but it just came from nowhere. And they are ready. That shows we can grow aquaponics in every kind of system. And this is actually a tree. See him here? It's a tree, right?
That's a tree.
Yeah, that's a tree. Probably it's this kind of this tree just behind us decided to grow in our aquaponic system. So anybody wants a tree, I can actually send you a tree. So any question? Anybody asking a question on Facebook? How many viewers do you have?
Wanakama wakitoka.
Yeah, definitely. They do that, but they'll watch later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you guys can see, we have strawberries growing here. I told you we have people eating our strawberries every day. But strawberries do very well in aquaponics system. This is purely soil free. Purely soil free. No. The only thing we are doing, this is pumice. Rock. We've not added anything, probably just what happens, it coagulates, the waste from the fish coagulates and it becomes, you probably might think it's the added soil. We didn't add any soil, just probably the waste from the fish just coagulates there. And the vegetables just absorb with time. So it's actually 100% organic. So what we've done, we've actually planted our vegetables and we'll let them grow. So we'll be updating you guys on our vegetables when they grow, how they grow.
So what vegetables have you planted here today?
We've done spring onions and spinach, and the ones just one strawberry and one that these ones that have bulbs.
Yeah.
So that's what we've done. We are good to go.
Yeah.
Didn't take us. How many minutes has it taken us to plant?
Less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Compare that to somebody
That's
who
about
actually has to till the land, to go and get the djembe, wake up in the morning. Us
Within
is
10
just
minutes.
10
This
minutes
like-
planted.
Home-based fish pond.
Yeah, this is our home. This is best for somebody who actually wants to have something just next to his house and you can be able to. You see, if you have vegetables like this, you can always be coming to pick them up and have your food every single day. And your fish, like I told you, I wish I could show you how I'm going to take that fish. Today I want to cook catfish. I have catfish here that I want to go and cook today.
How long do the fish take to grow?
6 months.
6 months.
That's catfish. But now it depends on how good you feed them
How good?
and the quality of feed and also the kind of fish you have. See,
And
there's
oxygen
and
also plays a very good, a very major part in the growth of the fish.
The oxygen in the water.
Yeah.
So what do they feed on?
We
These fish?
give them, we actually feed them on commercially made feed. Yeah?
Yeah.
We actually, right now we are feeding them on, we call it chonga. Because we want to accelerate their fattening. Chonga is actually very good in, very, very high protein. And duckweed. We've mixed chonga and duckweed. And we just blended the feed. And then that's why they're getting big right now. I think you've seen that. So what we did, we actually separated the ones, they're called shooters, the ones that grow fast. Because at the end of the day, when we just forget to feed them for one day, they can start becoming carnivorous. Or can you say cannibals? When they're cannibals, when they eat each other.
Oh.
So you've seen
You're asking questions for 13,000 other people here on Facebook, so you can ask as many questions as you want.
So how many fish can you put in these two?
It's called optimum. The optimum amount of catfish I can put is probably 300, 400.
300.
Tilapia can do probably 500, but at very controlled conditions. It's very hard to have aquaponic, the tilapia aquaponic. Why I'm saying that, because tilapias are very sensitive, especially now tilapias. You can see them. I've actually stopped those fingerlings. You can take the video right there. You can see those fingerlings right there. Oh, I could show you something else. I could show you also something else. So if you can move the other side. We also have. This is all we have worms. We actually can see some of them. We have thousands, if not millions of worms. So anybody can ask me what these white bugs are. They actually, what they do, they actually feed on cellulose. They actually break down cellulose. They're actually not very, they're not pests. These are very. Oh, there's a caviar here inside here. Caviar growing. So we're having so many worms in here. So the vermi, this is where we get the vermipost.
What's the
The
vermipost?
actually liquid that comes from the worms, the rod worms. So we get it, this is where they leak from, and then what we do sometimes, when we, especially when we can get this.
Looks poisonous. Looks poisonous.
So we do that to help the. This idea
You just poured the vermipost on the
yeah,
flower bed.
yeah, at least to help them. I remember worms and fish.
Symbiotic.
It will help us have these vegetables going. Yeah, so probably one more. Yeah, unless anybody has a question.
Do you feed these fish every day?
Yeah, we feed them. Like these guys are supposed to eat quite a lot.
The fish
I make my
Finish
own
or continue?
Huh?
Do you want to continue or finish?
They just finish it.